What's good, peoples? It's the end of an era. End of an era. Changing of the guard. It's the end of an era and the changing of a guard. End of an era and changing of the gods. End of an era and changing of the gods. It's the end of an era and changing of the gods. New era begins. Changing of the gods. You always going to get a change, regardless of what walk of life you in, whether it's sports, whatever. There's always going to be a changing of the guards. There's always going to be a turnover. Now, how that turnover takes place, and comes about, that's up to the individuals, right? Everybody has a choice. Um, when you, Jalen Hudson, what's up? When you look at the situation with Errol Spence and Gervonta Tank Davis, right? They are the end of an era. That's what they are. They are the end of an era. And when I say that, it is a specific era that they represented. Um, and that era no longer resides. It's over, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, regardless of how you view the situation, he ended his career. And this is what people don't realize. Orb Jones, what's up, family? People don't realize that he ended his career. He ended his career. Many people may not see the future that he ended his career. People can't see it right now, but you're going to see it in the coming times because what happens is there's no coming back from what he did, right? Because of PKTK, what's up? And it's not just what he's done. It's the fact that how he did it. Raven Nation, what's up? $1 Trillion Dream Dudes, what's up, family? It's not just what he's done, it's how he did it. Okay. He thought that he was on his way out the sport, and he gave the sport and the fans his assets to kiss, thinking he was on his way out. And it turned out it wasn't what he thought it was going to be. So he thought, right, that he was on his way out. He had his cash out fight, he had his cash out moment, and he was giving the fans, the sport, and everybody else his assets to kiss, right? I'm about to get this $40 million and I'm out. I'm about to get this $40 million. I'm a cash out and I'm out. Uh, Wale, look at this dude. Don't even have an official name. You the worst boxing guy ever. Now, I could address that. He says, you the worst boxing guy ever. You see, this is the thing. Typically, I would get annoyed by people like him. Morons are us. Uh, Stupidity is contagious. Not so smart guy, right? Typically, I would get annoyed by people like that. And the reason I get annoyed is because they don't stand on nothing. You see, they'll throw these comments and disappear, right? They'll throw comments like this and disappear. They won't they won't stand on nothing, right? I realized very quickly they don't have a backbone. In real life, they're cowards. This is the true story. In real life, they're cowards, right? So they hide behind a keyboard, right? And they won't stand on anything. They won't address you. If I sent him the link, he won't click the link. If I said turn your camera on, click the link and prove your point, he won't do that. Because see, these outlets have given people like this a voice that they wouldn't have in their real life. You understand how that works? These platforms. See, you get frustrated when you're a real one like myself that actually stand on business, right? See, I stand on mine. That's how I'm able to turn the camera on, right? People like him that his profile is a letter or whatever it is. He don't have his real name. He don't have his real picture. He don't have nothing, right? Because he can hide his identity and pretend to be somebody he really is not in real life. Take that into consideration. He can pretend to be somebody he's not in real life. Legit. Chiquita Fields, peace and blessings, Queen. Q-Biz said, what did Errol do? He's not fighting anymore. He said, shaking my head. Why are you shaking your head? Errol Spence ain't fight going on 3 years. What is it to shake your head for? The writing is on the wall. What are you shaking your head for? Why? It just is what it is. Y'all can't accept change. I am Q, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said, appreciate you, bro. Just some paint where it ain't my guy. Salute. I appreciate you, family. He said, thought he was going to do a comeback. Me too. But it don't. A change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Jimmy Bernard, what's up, family? Change is inevitable. Shogun 76, what's up, family? Change is inevitable. And what we're seeing right now from the likes of Errol Spence, Gervonta Tank Davis, right? It's a change. You see, this dude is talking about, I'm the worst. When you have somebody accused of putting hands on a woman and his fight getting canceled and losing $40 million, but yet this dude, because he lives on his knees, and I stand on my square, is saying that I am the bad person. Take that into consideration. I'm the bad person because this dude decided to get into an altercation with not his first kid's mother, with not his second kid's mother, with not a pregnant woman, but now a fourth woman comes forward. And he loses $40 million and the fight gets canceled. And yet this dude come here talking about, I am the worst. Take that into consideration. It's called coward behavior. Why would he come in and say, I am the worst? I ain't do nothing. You mad at me for telling you what he did? You mad at me because he lost $40 million? You mad at me because Netflix and MVP Promotions and Jake Paul said this dude is unprofessional and a piece of human garbage? You mad at me? I didn't cancel the fight. He did. I didn't strike the woman. He did. I ain't lose $40 million. He did. I ain't lied to y'all. He did. You mad at me for telling you Santa Claus don't exist. Take that into consideration, people. These people will be mad at you for telling them Santa Claus don't exist. Make that make sense? Because I'm telling you Santa Claus don't exist, you mad at me. Man, why you got to tell me that? Why can't you just let me live out my dreams? Why can't you let me pretend? Why can't you let me live in fantasy land and make believe land? Why can't elephants fly where I wanted to fly? D4L, my brother, 1979. What's up, family? I want to let elephants fly. This is they mad. This is why they mad. See, it's just like his team, right? They sad. Southwest Dice, what's up? His team is sad. They running around talking about nobody is perfect. Everybody make mistakes. Putting your hands on a woman is not a mistake. Continuously putting your hand on a woman ain't a mistake. King D, what's up? That ain't a mistake. Unknown, what's up, family? On top of that, Gold 95, what's up? Ron J, what's up? On top of that, I'm hearing now, this is what I'm hearing. Don't know how true this is, but what I'm hearing is this young lady is 20 years old. 20 years old. For one, I got multiple issues with that. Devon Hill, what's up? For one, if she's 20 years old, how's she working in a gentleman's club? Student 7 teacher, what's up? That leads me to believe that something ain't right on her part. How you maybe I'm wrong, people. Y'all let me know. Is this if you live in Florida, I thought you had to be 21. Dean White, what's up, family? I thought you had to be 21 to work in. I thought you had to be 21 to drink. And for sure, if you can't drink at 20 until you're 21, how you work in a gentleman's club at 20? Kobe Nation, what's up, family? Rebel said, nah, my boy, 18. I'm from South Florida. But how you, if you, he said 18, but how you work at a gentleman's club, you can't drink until you're 21. Deuce Triple A, what up? She probably can dance but not serve drinks. No, they can serve at that age. They at 20? 18 to party, 21 to drink, Blue. Wow. Queen wife, mother, blessings. That's what I thought. Like if alcohol is involved, wow, that's bugged out. So what I'm hearing is she 20 years old. She 20? 20 years old. If she 20 years old, that's why she only asking for 50 to $100,000, and she ain't trying to get them M's out of him. 21 to serve drink. Yeah. So what she doing is, Rich Porter, what up, nephew? Tank is done, Yeah, if she 20 years old, you 30 years old, bro. You 10 years older than her. You 30 years old. She 20 years old. Eugene Pearson, what's up? The fact that guy is asking for tape is crazy. Yeah, mindset difference. What's up? Yeah, so, Eno Boston, what's up? Joel, what's up, family? So that's what I'm hearing. She's 20 years old. She 20 years old. So let me ask you this question. You got a 20-year-old daughter that's dealing with a combat athlete that's 30 years old. Carrie P, what's up? And she alleges these things against him. You gonna say that's a mistake, Kenny and Calvin? Elbow, what's up? We got 300 people in here. We got 72 likes. Jimmy Bernard, what's up? She could dance, but she can't. But she's isn't she a hostess or something like that? That's a mistake. She a baby. 20 years old? First of all, she lost to begin with. Because where's her peoples at? Michael Lamar says she looking for a payday loan. How's she looking for a payday loan? Asking for $50,000 to $100,000. What are you talking about? You sound silly. He can already make $40 million, and she's asking for 50 to $100,000. And you talking about she looking for a payday? Go sit at the kiddie table. You sound silly. VIP, what's up, family? All the things, the money she could push for, she looking for a payday loan. She ain't gonna ask for 50 to $100,000. She would be looking for millions of dollars. He's gonna get $40 million in 2 weeks. Next week, how is she looking for a payday? You sound silly. But I'm confused as to where's the tape? Blessings to Jamaica, man. Shamal Clark, what's up, family? PKTK said he did it. I'm with you, Carrie Pete. I'm with you. My 20-year-old daughter, first of all, Lee and Bella, what's up? Maybe I'm thinking about this, right? Because she's kind of trying to stay private. And I'm wondering if she's trying to stay private because maybe at 20 years old, band up, what up, nephew? Maybe at 20 years old, her peoples don't even know she worked there. King McCandy, what's up, family? Her peoples might not even know where she work at. Bro, Devin Haney is shredded. Bro, this dude is shredded. Devin Haney is absolutely shredded, man. Not to change the subject, bro. He looked like a completely different beast at one. Joel, my brother, becoming a channel member, family member. Salute, family. He like a student 7 teacher. My brother been a channel member for over 2 years, bro. 2.5 years. Salute, family. He using a snack supplement. Yeah, that's what they say. Bro, this dude is shredded. And I'm saying this, right? Because I know people, oh, you ain't say that about Brian Norman. Uh, um, because Devin Haney is new to the division, is why I'm saying this. He looks completely different at this weight class than he did in any other weight class. And Solomon Reddick said Haney going to sleep. Hmm? We got to. That's why we got to watch it, right? That's why we got to watch the fight. That's the best part about boxing. That's why it's so exciting. But look, bro, this dude look like a completely different Sherman Callahan. What's up? Look at this dude, bro. The sports guy. What's up? Yeah, he was up in the mountains with Terrence Crawford. Dr. RJ, what's up, Hemi? It's not. He not putting on muscle. He's not putting on muscle. He just don't have to cut down. Never lost. Yeah, bro. He look, bro. His punching power and his punch resistance might be. Yo, he look completely different, bro. What? Jannar Hill, what's up? He look completely different. And I'm saying this because um now he don't got to cut that added extra weight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Uh uh and he's his punch resistance might be different, bro. Look, his punching power and his punch resistance may be completely different now. That he don't have to cut all that weight. Change address. What's up, family? Now he don't got to cut all that weight. His punch resistance might be completely different, bro. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I know people, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he look completely different, bro. But y'all keep saying I hope all the muscle. He's not adding muscle. He's just not cutting down to where he had to. He's not gaining muscle. He's just not cutting. He's just not cutting down to um and depleting his muscle. There's a difference. He's just not depleting himself. But anyway, so Sean Porter feels like he saw Errol Spence at a wedding, and he feels like Errol Spence is completely in a different space in his life, and he feels like Errol Spence may not box no more. You know what I'm saying? He feels like he's just in a different space in life, and he may not box anymore. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he cutting less than 20 pounds now. Yeah, he don't got to cut all that weight. He ain't cutting. He ain't cutting all that weight. There's a complete different. That's completely different. Um, I got Norman Jr. No matter what Devin looks like. You supposed to stand on your square, brother. Why would you not stand on your square? You know what I'm saying? Who you pick is who you pick. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to stand on your square. They both look tremendous. Brian Norman always the difference is Brian Norman always looks tremendous because he competes at that weight. It's just different, right? Brian Norman always looks tremendous because he's just different animal. He competes, you know what I'm saying? But Bag Talk Media, what's up, family? So it's not Kendall, what's up, family? He said the man made $30 million to lose. Spence has made more than enough money to never come back. What does that have to do with him fighting again or not? What does that have to do with him fighting or not? Sideways, what's up, family? Why do y'all talk about when is he fighting? Why do y'all talk about the money they made as if this is not a sport? So let me ask you a question. That's like me saying, "Hey, bro, you know, that's like me saying, "Hey, bro, Luka Doncic made $100 million. He ain't gonna play no more. Luka Doncic ain't gonna play no more after this week. Man, that dude made $400 million. What does that have to do with it? We talking about the sport itself. We're talking about the sport itself. What does that have to do with it? Nothing. DP Rocker, what's up, family? We're not talking about uh, uh, um, how much money they make. They're professional athletes. They're all millionaires. So that has nothing to do with it. Uh, uh, Big Jag, what's up? It's not confirmed about Errol. It's just that we're starting to see the writing on the wall. Sometimes you just got to read between the lines. There seems to be he's going on 3 years not boxing. PBC is no longer where they once was. Clay Moraine, my brother, my co-host. What's up with you, Clay? Clay, I'm gonna call a fight on Saturday, man. If you want to call it with me, Errol Spence is going on 3 years not boxing, bro. And Errol Spence just seems to be in a very, very comfortable space where he's at. He doesn't seem eager to get back in the ring. He doesn't seem like he's pressing the line to get back in the ring. He doesn't seem like it's dire need that he gets back in the ring. It's like he's very, very much so uh, um, comfortable and content where he's at. Like he doesn't need to box anymore. financially, like the brother just said, he made $30 million. Financially, the lifestyle that he's living and how he's going about it now has changed. He don't need to box anymore, right? We know that. I am Black Mall, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, y'all hit the like button for the good brother Blue. Appreciate you, family. Um, he just seems to be in a very, very comfortable place right now, and he just seems to be in a place where he's Ruben Gutierrez. What's up? It's like he's at a place right now where it's like, um, take it or leave it, right? Like if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Make sense? You know what I'm saying? It's like he's not in a place where he's in a dire need to box. It's like he could take it or leave it. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. That seems to be the case, for this situation, bro. It's like there's no rush. Paper Chaser, brother in the super chat, he said his body has taken a lot of damage. He has kids. I agree. One born rich. What's up, family? I agree. He has kids. Big Sarge 31. Ruben Gutierrez. What's up, family? I agree, family. He don't need to box at all. Not at all. He doesn't need to box at all. But like I said, he just seems to be in a place of comfort that he is not eager to box. Just the truth of the matter. Joe Townsend, what's up, family? He said Tank tanked. Tank has Tank. What happened with Gervonta Tank Davis is that what happened with Gervonta Tank Davis is simply this: all of the enabling around him has caught up to him. That's what happened. That's the reality. Juice Man, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said, "Do you think Devin can drop Norman? Because I really think to bet Devin by TKO." I think he definitely could drop Brian Norman. I don't know if he will. I think he can. Um, I don't know what his approach is going to be. You know what I'm saying? If he's going to be in it to box, or is he going to be in it to, what I'm saying, hurt him? All of those things you got to take all those things into consideration. You know what I'm saying? It's how Devin Haney chooses to fight. Also, how Brian Norman chooses to fight. You know what I'm saying? Tank has too many grown yes men around him. It's not even that they're yes men, Rich. It's pathetic. It's legit pathetic, family. It's legit pathetic. It's just they're not even grown men, bro. It's just pathetic behavior around him all the way around, Rich. Do I think Devin can pull it off? 1,000%. It's pathetic that Kenny is out here. You a grown man with daughters, and you out here talking about no, it's Jake Paul's fault. If you live in a glass house, you shouldn't throw stones, and nobody is perfect, and he made a mistake, and Jake Paul just got scared. All of that nonsense, bro. Instead of just saying nothing. My brother Clay said Tank allowed the Lord to consume him. Mentorship is underrated commodity. Some people need it more than others. That's a fact. Clay, the fact that these dudes, I was so disgusted when I seen Kenny continuously try to defend this nonsense and try to deflect. It's just disgusting. And it tells me everything I need to know. The fact that they are continuously trying to deflect instead of just saying, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not even, hey, bro, just don't say nothing. But you out here talking about, you tried to lie and act like the fight wasn't canceled when the whole world knew it was going to be canceled. The whole world knew it's going to be canceled. But you kept trying to go on social media. These are the type of elders that he has around him. Take that into consideration. Kenny is out here posting videos and clips. Stevie Neal, what's up? Talking about, look what Jake Paul did. Why are you talking about what Jake Paul did? Imagine this. Chris Brown 45, what's up? Imagine my daughter goes to school, right? And she's failing class. And my daughter comes to me and like, yeah, but my sister or my brother is failing. I'm not talking about what they did. I'm talking about what you did. What they did don't excuse your actions. And if I'm not talking to them right now and addressing their situation, I'm talking to you. They ain't getting in trouble in a year. I'm talking about what you're doing currently at the time. Why would Kenny, as an elder who could be a grandfather with gray hair, out here talking about Jake Paul had this case, Jake Paul had this one? What does that have to do with Gervonta Tank Davis having a pattern and a history of being in altercations with women? As a real man and a real elder, I don't care what you do in your block. I don't care what you do in your house. I'm talking about what goes on in my house. I'm not talking about what goes on in my neighbor's house. I'm talking to you and what you're doing. It don't matter to me what they did. And then Calvin putting up sympathetic pictures of him and Tank from when Tank was small to Tank being grown. The dude is 30 years old with kids. Why are you putting up coddling pictures of you and Tank throughout your history? Who cares? That's like somebody accusing my son of this behavior, and I go on social media and post pictures of me and my son from the time he was born to today. Why am I posting that? No, as a grown man, you're supposed to be like, yo, bro. You're supposed to pull him to the side and be like, bro, what is you doing? King Rude Boy, what's up? Not only are you blowing it for yourself, but you a mirror of me. You making me look bad because I'm supposed to be your mentor, your father figure. As a parent and a mentor and a father figure, you look bad. You supposed to be like, yo, bro, let me holler at you, bro. You making all of us look crazy right now. What type of time you on? But they ain't real ones. And that's nasty work. Instead of going to this dude and pulling him to the side and be like, yo, bro, you tweaking right now. You tweaking right now, bro. Let me holler at you. Bro, you messing up your life. You got daughters. Here's something that you got to realize. When you throw a boomerang in the dark, it will come back and hit you. And if it don't hit you, it's going to hit the person behind you. Irvin Green, what's up? And typically the person behind you is your loved one, your kinfolk. Mark Fralin, what's up? And somebody need to pull Tank to the side if they was real ones and be like, yo, bro, you know you got daughters? Because see, he'll be the first coward that if somebody did it to his daughter, talking about, get the strap. It's up. It's up. If you could dish it out, you could take it. How Andre Ward always say, you can't sneak out the back door without paying your taxes. Because the IRS is going to catch you. I got 5 sisters and 4 daughters. And I will do the rest of my life behind any one of them, especially my daughters. So for that, I have to treat women, whether I know them, don't know them, or whatever, with the utmost respect, because that's how I want my daughters to be treated. And what you put out in the universe will come back to you. Now, this is this thing called life, and life is going to happen, and everybody not going to have a clear road and a clean road. But guess what? I'm trying to put the best energy out there possible so my daughters don't have to pay the taxes for my behaviors. I don't want my daughters, and this is not, I'm not excusing my sons. I love my sons to the moon and back, and I'll do the time for them as well. But when it comes to my daughter, when it comes to my sons, I could pass my sons and be like, hey man, you gotta put your work in. But when it comes to my daughters, no, sir, I got to do it for them. I don't care how old they are. So I don't want my daughters to pay the taxes for my behavior. So I tried to the best of my abilities to live a righteous as much as possible lifestyle. So therefore, my daughters and my sisters don't pay the taxes for my behavior. But nobody educated Tank Davis to let him understand that somebody got to pay the taxes for your behavior, brother. You think you untouchable. You think that you skating through life, and you think that you ain't no taxes is gonna have to be paid, and that's not the way this thing called life operates. But unfortunately, he don't have the people around him to educate him because they ain't educated themselves. And it's clear as day. Their mentality ain't up to par. That's just the facts. And I don't care who get offended. I'm a grandfather myself of 2. So I don't care who get offended. Southwest Dice said, I'm 40, boo. I appreciate it now. No doubt, family. You got to pay. Somebody got to pay these taxes, bro. I always love this line. Y'all ever heard that song Reservoir Dogs with Jay-Z, the Lox, and it's Jay-Z, the Lox, and Jay-Z, the Lox, and it's Jay-Z, the Lox, and oh man, who else is on this joint? Source Money. And Source Money says on the song, Beans, Source Money, right? Source Money says, he says on the song, right? Hammer fly might miss you, but I don't care because your man will die. And that went over a lot of people's head. That went over a lot of people's head. He said, Hammer fly might miss you, but your man will die. What's the difference? Either way, I'm sunning your crew. And that went over a lot of people's head. That is one of my all-time favorite lines. He said, Hammer fly might miss you, but your man will die. What's the difference? Either way, I'm sunning your crew. I come to win. Y'all coming to lose. Something to prove, spit it. We can have a spray off. I lay off whack dudes and kill them on my day off. Ain't nothing for me to bust a tray off. And most people that went over their head. He said, I ain't get you, but I got your man. You gonna hurt either way. Hammer fly might miss you, but your man will die. What's the difference? Either way, I'm sunning your crew. Meaning that you and your people gonna feel his pain, even if it's not you. And sometimes living with that pain and that regret is worse than it being you. So when y'all out here as supposedly mentors and big brothers and uncle figures to this dude, and y'all catering to this dude and coddling him, you setting him up for failure. Yeah, yeah, Buddha. The whole month of April just to take May off. So just take that into consideration. That this dude has a pattern, and instead of them going to him, they on social media coddling him? No, you know who do that? Women. My wife does that. No matter what my kids do, she going, oh, not me. No, sir. See, there's roles in life for a reason. You a man. You supposed to stand on all fours. You supposed to be like, yo, bruh, X, Y, and Z. You a man. That nurturing, babying, coddling, that's for my wife to do. She gonna do it till it's nauseating for me. It's nauseating for me. This dude said I need to get my teeth fixed. I do need to get my teeth fixed. The funny part is I actually have the money to get my teeth fixed. I got 3 teeth over here, and one tooth is $10,000. That's more than you're gonna see in your lifetime. I gotta get one of these implants replaced right here. I got 3 implants right here. They was $10,000 a piece. That's $30,000 just on on the bottom of my mouth that I paid out of my own pocket. Now take that into consideration, loser. You won't see that in a year. My ears are saddles for your wife to hold on to while you at work doing a 9 to 5 and still making less than minimum wage. You still getting $4.25 an hour. While you doing that, while you busting a sweat at work, I'm busting a sweat in your house. That's not even yours. And then she gonna cook my favorite dinner and you gonna come home and eat it. Hey baby, what made you cook this? Oh, there was something that just reminded me of this meal. Q executive, what's up, family? You ain't gonna make $4.25 an hour. Yeah, they are, Michael Big. This dude is weird, bruh. Jeff, the producer, what's up? Hey, man, you should get your teeth fixed. Yeah, actually, I am getting my teeth fixed. But I actually got the money to get my teeth fixed. And I'm paying for my teeth to get fixed. It's just a process to get my teeth fixed. But I spent $30,000 just on 3 teeth right here. You ain't never seen $30,000 in your life. And think about this, right? Boy, your wife's a freak. Now you're gonna be looking at her weird. Now you're gonna get your Tank Davis on, ain't you? Now you're gonna go home and get abusive. Coward behavior. Typical. Tavon Parkman, what's up? She was eating chicken, apple, sausage. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now take that into consideration. So anyway, like I said, man, you gotta be real mentors out here, man. Yeah, yeah, Mike. They weirdos, bro. This is what social media and these things have this. It created these things, right? And this is a product. Tank Davis is a product of this. And I don't care who, man. Why you keep talking about Tank, man? Because the dude is holding up the sport of boxing that I love. Y'all infatuated with this dude tattoos. You infatuated with his dress code. It's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. Big facts, no cap. What's up, family? Yeah. This era has allowed this where they can sit behind a keyboard. Nobody knows who they are. They can live a fake life, fictitious life. You understand? You gotta understand something. I'm on this side. You can see my face. You can see my name, right? On a day-to-day basis. They could hide behind a computer and pretend to be somebody. I can't pretend to be nobody I'm not. Tat, what's up, family? Alan, what's up, family? Yeah, Mike. You got Terrence Crawford out here giving back, and that's the person they don't like. It just lets you know more people identify with low life behavior than high life behavior. Take that into consideration. So people out here talking about they can identify with Gervonta Tank Davis's behavior. Hmm? That's why they trying to justify his actions, right? That's why they trying to tell you, oh nah, man, he just we got to see the tape. See, because this is behavior that they have. This is the type of behavior that they do. See, you can't hide who you really are. You're gonna tell on yourself. You're gonna tell on yourself. You're gonna tell on your character. See, you think you hiding behind this camera, behind that keyboard. But in reality, just the decisions that you make on certain actions tells you everything we need to know. The mere fact that you agree with this tells me who you are. You think that you getting away with it. You're not. You think that you hide. No, but you showing your true colors. You telling on yourself. You telling us that you would condone this. You telling us you wouldn't defend a woman. You telling us you wouldn't defend your daughters. We see who you are. We see who you are. We see what you about. You telling us. You agree with this behavior. You condone this behavior. You're okay with this. That tells us everything we need to know. That you wouldn't defend your daughters. As soon as I hear stuff like this, I think about my daughters. I'm like, bruh. And I don't care who you are. See, that's what people don't think about, right? I don't care who you are. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, this the type of time you on? Exactly. I'm not on that type of time. I'm gonna be like, yo, bro, hold on, time out. He said, what about that girl that slapped you when you was a kid? I'm glad you brought that up. My mother, Isaiah GQ, what's up? My mother said, don't let nobody assault you, not a male, woman, or whatever. Right? That young lady that slapped me when I was a kid was 5 years older than me. Right? And my mother was like, no, I didn't go out looking for her because she's cheating on me or no. King's Kid 8 Deuce, what's up, family? Oh, she's cheating on me. Let me go drag her and assault her and do all these things. No, sir. And when that young lady slapped me, that was a friend of the family. When she slapped me, I didn't do anything because I am a young man. My mother was like, "Listen, you don't let nobody do nothing. Don't let nobody put your hands on you. I don't care who they are or what they are. I don't care who they are or what they are. You don't let nobody put their hands on you. Women ain't supposed to put their hands on you. Just because she's a woman, she ain't supposed to be putting her hands on you." Oh boy, my charge about to die. So my mother was like, she slapped me, right? For something that she was taking advantage of me. That's what happened. Because she knew I had morals. So I don't put myself in that position to be slapped. Keep your hands to yourself. And guess what I teach my daughters? Keep your hands to yourself. That's also what I teach my daughters. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't put your hands on no man. Don't give them a reason to put their hands back on you. That's my stance. So guess what? That young lady that slapped me tried to take advantage of me. That's why I went back and I told my mother. I said, "Listen, this is what happened." My mother said, "Listen, let's go back up there." And my mother said, "Listen, my son don't operate like that, but you ain't gonna take advantage of him and slap him across." She left her handprint across my face and was 5 years older than me. I was young. My mother was like, "No, I'm not having none of that. We ain't doing that." Yeah, Errol Spence look like he done, bro. My mother was not having none of it. My mother was having none of it. My mother taught me, don't ever put your hands on a woman, but don't ever let nobody take advantage of you in the same breath. No, sir. Because of your personality. Don't let people, women will take advantage and want to put their hands on you because they know you got morals and you stand for something. So that's the difference. So you tried to throw that out there like, oh, you first of all, I was a kid and she was 5 years older than me. So nice try again. You had your pom poms out. You had your pom poms out thinking that your mom is cut from that structure core. Oh, my mom don't play that, bro. She was like, yo, listen, she tell me all the time, don't you ever put your hands on a woman. But don't you ever let a woman just put their hands on you just because they know that you ain't gonna do nothing back. So I set the tone with my voice, not my physical presence. I'll let you know, right? I'm not him. So guess what? You put your hands on me, we done forever. So I'm not gonna put my hands on you. But you put your hands on me, it's over. So just so you know. So once you raise your hands to me, it's over forever. There ain't no coming back. Myrick, to you, what's up, family? Because you don't got no respect for me because you know my morals. You could call me what you want. You could throw stuff at me, do all that good stuff. But you put your hands on me, right? Or once you put your hands on me, it's over. Now I know you have absolutely no respect because you tapping into my morals and you tapping into my character and you know I'm not going to do nothing. So now we're done. We can't come back from that. There's no coming back from that. There's never no coming back from that. There's absolutely nothing that you could. There's nothing you could say. Destiny Black, the queen in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. She said, "I'm catching the live late, but I'm slapping every man I see on the site." LOL. Just kidding. Nah, everybody need to keep their hands, feet, knees, elbows, purses, and big breasts to themselves. No, 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 no. You got to share the feet and the breast says you got to share that. You know what I mean? You got to allow me to touch. Allow me to touch. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Blessings to the queen. Yeah, I just did a pop-up live, and you know how they do with the notifications. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? No, that's so that you have to have boundaries. My boundary, you could throw a cup at me. Uh, 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 you could do all that good stuff. Throw a cup at me, you know what I mean? Throw some juice at me, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat. You angry, you know what I'm saying? Throw the curse words at me, you know what I'm saying? But throw them hands at me, oh, it's over. It's over. We're done. We're done. Erica Malbasie is peace and blessings, queen. That's my favorite name. OG Sean the Don, salute, family. Obsadine, what's up, family? Damn, no Charlo versus Spence. Look like Errol Spence out, man. Detroit D-Town, what's up? PBC ain't got the bread, bro. And they ain't got the bread. But listen, let me get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.